Vigil Lith-M Fire Extinguishers, my most exciting fire extinguisher of the year. This is an exciting development because of the modern age of lithium-ion battery fires. Now you can Google it, but it is across the entire world. Lithium-ion battery fires are the fastest growing type of fire. If you want to see how scary they are, look it up on YouTube. There will be lots of instances of people charging dodgy little hoverboards and dodgy e-bikes in their homes. Don't do that. I'm not going to go into all the details of that, but we have these two fire extinguishers. Now you're thinking they're very different. So this is your standard portable fire extinguisher. This which is 6 litres of content of lithium. This is a 50 litre wheeled version. We'll come back to that in a minute. So let's start here. First of all, very important, this is made in Europe. The contents within it that are safe and tested to extinguish lithium-ion battery fires of a certain size, very important, the content is made in Europe. All right, so we obviously have a lot more regulations and health and safety in Europe than other locations around the world. As a fire extinguisher, it's exactly the same as anything. Safety pin held in by a little tamper seal. When it's been serviced, UK service people may put on a wrap around what's called a pull tight seal, you know, with a big flag, but they operate exactly the same. When you pull the pin out, it breaks the seal, which shows you that someone has messed about with it and it probably needs refilling. If these are part used, they will start and stop. If they're part used, they need to be refilled. If you have a squirt, it needs to be refilled. They're designed to work in full. And when you give it a quick use, they can leak off the pressure. The hose, as you can see, very easy to use. You're wondering why it's got this little gadget. So it goes in the base and it also has a little magnet. Sometimes in Europe, a lot of these extinguishers don't have the plastic base because they have hot weather, they don't have rain and cold and rust like we do. Now, the beauty with this compared to, so just point out, there are other lithium-ion battery extinguishers on the market. Most popularly, we sell 2 of them. You have the Fire Chief Lith-X, which uses a product from AVD, which is a vermiculite. It's a very different type of gloopy stuff. It's very good, but they're quite expensive. And then from the Commander range of LFX, which is going to be a very, very similar content inside. But the difference with this one, this is absolutely fluorine free. I believe the others probably are, but there will be others on the market. I can't vouch for those. This is fluorine free, so no PFAS, no PFAS, nothing to be banned, nothing to be replaced, safe for the environment, everything like that. They have the CE mark, they have the Benor testing approval, which is the Belgian equivalent of BSI. They have the MED, ship's wheel, so these are approved to be used on marine use. And importantly, these have, so it's like a kind of foam, it's like a sort of modern foam additive. So these have a 27A fire rating, like a normal, that's higher than a 6 litre water fire extinguisher, higher than most 6 litre foam extinguishers. It has a decent B rating for flammable liquids. A, by the way, is wood, paper, materials, etc., common fires. And it has an F rating. Now it's a bit lower, but for very small, not commercial sized, deep fat fires, this will be safe on that. So it's an all-rounder. It also has a special nozzle, so if you accidentally spray it onto live electrics, I mean in the UK, when you spray something onto that, the electrics will blow, they're all fused and so on. But you will not get electrocuted. It has been tested, and it's been tested up to 1,000 volts. Bearing in mind that 230, 240 is what you got in a house, 3 phases, 430 I think, so you'll be safe. Pressure gauge, still pressure gauge. So these can be maintained by any UK service engineer, operate the same as a normal foam one, and there's nothing to open up. But importantly, for the batteries, it has a test. They're trying to standardize at the moment in Europe with the Kiwa one, but everyone's followed a similar thing in Europe. This has been tested on batteries up to 750 kilowatts. Watt hours, sorry, not kilowatts, on watt hours. And that is, so to give you an example, a phone battery, a tiny little thing, 10 to 20, but an e-bike is about 500. So that gives you the idea. No, these are not for car fires, which would be massive. You can't put those out. Give you an example, the LFX, off the top of my head, the Commander one, it takes a 9 litre to do that size, and I think with the Lith-X one, I think it's a slightly lower power as well. So this will put out something substantial, but I'm going to make something very clear. With lithium-ion batteries, they give off toxic fumes. If you again look it up on YouTube, they're very, very scary. Personally, I would like to have something like this just in case, but I would not go and fight a fire unless it is very safe to do so. It usually isn't, but professional firefighters with the gear will need something like this, so why not have it nearby? This can be used as just normal fire extinguishers in your building. You don't need water or foam. This can do everything. There are lithium-ion batteries everywhere. Come over to this one, 50 litre wheeled. Now just to quickly show you, oh, try not to break everything. It is very well balanced, really easy to use. Again, the nozzle, squeeze, grip, easy to use. This has a stored pressure gauge, which you can probably just see under there, exactly the same as the extinguisher. The only difference is you pull the pin upwards and it's got a lever operation. Now, because it's a liquid, unlike cheapskates that may come from the Far East, this is stainless steel. This has marine approval, and again, these are not for car fires. Just get that straight. Car fires, they're all sealed underneath, you can't get to the thing. So think of what you might have in an e-bike storage depot, something like that. So it will put out normal fires and it's safe and everything else. If you're wondering about why you don't see many of these around, as of the time of recording, there is no Commander LFX wheeled one because they're too expensive, and there's no demand because they're too expensive. At the time of recording, this costs around £1,500. This is 50 litres. We, I think, have the lowest price of the Lith-X one. A 25 litre, half the size, costs about 2,100. A 50 litre, over £3,000. So basically twice the price. And these are stainless steel, so they'll last. They can be used outside stored. Now you understand why these are popular, and we sell these, and others might not be. For all the details about these, if you want to speak to someone on the phone, look up data sheets, find out about the approvals, there are links at the end of this and you'll be able to find out everything about them.